Don't hold him too tight, sweetie.
Oh! Why, hello, boys and girls. In this instructional video, I will show you how I went from being Mr. Cool to Mr. Jackass in one moment. That's right. With this instructional video, you too can be the biggest jackass on the block. I promise. Now, I'll tell you how I did it. It all started when I went to the store to purchase this wonderful, glorious, shiny, Huey helmet. At a maximum price of $500, which I'm sure I could have gotten a lot cheaper on the internet, but I didn't. This helmet, get a good look at it, kids. It's got all kinds of evil paraphernalia on it. And that's always a winner. Your parents will love it. But there's more. I like to buy this helmet because I wanted to replace this old Huey, which is a great helmet, and as you can see, I destroyed it with a lot of stickers, but I wanted to make sure I replaced it because I read somewhere in a book that, pardon you, if you let a helmet go too long, the foam breaks down, therefore it does not do its job, and when you hit the pavement 200 miles an hour, your head becomes the pavement. Not good. So I decided to replace this old, battered, beaten up helmet, which saved my buttocks. So I replaced it with this helmet, and that's when the trouble began. It was a sunny, shiny Saturday, and I decided to climb onto my... Don't worry, someone's being murdered off into the distance. It doesn't matter. But anyways, I decided to go for a ride on my CVI. Tell you what, stop this one, watch the next clip, and I'll show you what happened step by step. This is where it all starts. I was coming down this street here and going very fast, which is not recommended. Got through this turn just fine and started to head up that way. Now you see, kids, this is a neighborhood street, so I don't recommend doing that. This is where it all started. I was coming up to this curve, which is just a little bit further up from that last curve we were just at. And there was water flowing this way across the street. Now normally anybody who's on a superbike knows that a little bit of water isn't going to hurt you. But I'm a jackass. So, I come up this way at excessive speeds, don't do that, saw the water, and hit the brakes really hard. And anybody who's a superbike rider knows that when you hit the brakes really hard, the bike doesn't turn. Pardon her. Anyway, so the bike didn't turn, and it went straight. And if you turn, you will see that I came up here, and see that telephone pole with the bush right underneath it? That's where my bike ended up. It didn't turn, it went straight. And when it went straight, it could only go straight for a little bit until I got that slippery, greasy grass. And that's where the front end came out from underneath me. Okay, kids, I was coming up from that turn down there and did rather well. Come up here, and with the water, slammed on the brakes, and like I said, the bike went straight. Came to about here, where the front tire was trying to lock up. And when it hit that gravel, it did. And it came up through here and hit this part here. So by the time it hit that, traffic. By the time it hit that, I was clear up by that dark patch of grass up there. Then, I gathered myself to my feet, picked up my brains from the ground, and a nice gentleman who lived in this house over here was mowing his grass. Over here. And he proceeded to help me by getting one of his trailers, and we loaded my broken and battered bike up on the trailer to trailer it back home. That was fun. So kids, if you want to be a jackass like me, all you need to do is get yourself a lovely, sturdy machine and ride it like a jackass, and there you go. Now, let's survey the damage, shall we? If you come around back here, you will see that most of the damage happens in the tail section. It's not real pleasant. You certainly don't want to ride through town this way. It might weigh people. Tail lights are pretty much non-existent. Even the license plate took a hit. But believe it or not, my teeny tiny little useless turn signals are just fine. And if you come up here, you'll see this got just a little crooked. Why, it's really no problem unless you have to turn left. Then, if you come up here, you'll see that that took a little bit of a hit. Usually happens when you drive it into the ground at about 40 miles an hour. Over here, oh, can't forget the dingle. Come over here, and don't ask me where my mirrors went. God only knows. took a bit of a slam. A lot of mud. A lot of mud. But here in Ohio, that's always the way it is. Come down here. And we have this wonderful, beautiful, almost brand new, only 1 summer old, Arian racing canister, which I paid almost $400 for and destroyed it in less than a year. That's the way you do it, kids. If you're going to do it, you got to do it right. So that's it, kiddies. That's my instructional video. How to be a jackass in just 1 moment. Yes, sir. Nothing could be more fun.